Thank y'all for joining me today. We're in the hoop house. Brenda's here from Texas. We had our 35th class reunion this weekend. We're getting old.
To speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. We're getting old. We are going to get some 32-degree temperatures this week, so I don't have the ends on my hoop house, as y'all can see. So Patrick and I either have to decide to get this thing closed in, or we're going to lose all these beautiful tomatoes behind us. We've got some peppers and some herbs that are going to be frost hardy, and we're going to lose them if we don't get it closed in. But we're going to take a quick minute to show y'all what we have left. And it kind of looks like a hot mess in the greenhouse, the jungle behind us. Probably should have pulled some of these tomatoes out and planted them with some fall and winter crops, but I just can't bring myself to pull up tomatoes. They're my favorite, don't you think?
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
They're definitely my favorite. I would not pull up tomatoes.
I don't care if one plant gives me one tomato. It's worth saving, because you cannot get homegrown tomatoes.
Look at how many tomatoes you got there.
Yeah, I know.
Beautiful.
Yeah. These are tomatoes left over from my first planting this spring, and the reason they're still alive is because they're in this hoop house and they're protected from the rain and the water outside, because all of my other tomatoes in the garden are long gone.
And you have the shade cloth to kind of protect them from the heat of the summer.
Yeah, they would have already been burned up if it weren't for the shade cloth.
Yeah.
The shade cloth's kind of janky. I mean, it's had some wear and tear to it, but it does what it needs to do to keep the sun from burning up the tomatoes. So one of the great things about the hoop house is if you manage it and really are careful about how you do succession planting, you can have year-round food in this little 20 by 20 hoop house. I haven't done a great job doing that this year just because I don't want to pull my tomatoes up.
But you do have some things that you've started. You've started some lettuces and some turnips and some cabbages.
Yeah, I've got some radishes planted under the tomatoes, which some of them are doing okay, and some of them are kind of
too much shade
with the tomatoes under them. But as soon as the tomatoes are done, I'll cut the tomatoes out, and then the radishes will probably do their thing. So we're going to take y'all on a tour of the hoop house so y'all can see that we still have tomatoes. And what's the date?
October 29th.
October 29th. It's going to be Halloween. And if I get the ends on this hoop house, I'm going to have tomatoes.
Thanksgiving.
Maybe. Depends on how cold it gets. It is going to be 32 degrees this week. And we're not going to do any supplemental heat in here. There is a little bit of tree canopy around the hoop house, which will help kind of hold the heat and keep a microclimate, don't you think?
It does. I mean, because my garden, my forest garden is what I call it, it's tucked into a wooded area, and it would be a lot more resilient than the first killing frost out in the main garden in the field. Everything would die, and I'd look at my garden that was protected by the forest, and it didn't kill it.
Even your dahlias, Brenda's dahlias. I don't know have we done a video of your dahlias?
I don't think so.
We need to do a video of her dahlias. But her dahlia patch is enclosed within a canopy of
and those do well. I mean, dahlias hate the heat. They hate the heat, so they don't usually do well here. But those are tucked in to where they get just the perfect amount of sun, but not too much sun. There's enough shade there they just do well.
Well, and I guess it's kind of like, if you've got a cold night where you had no cloud coverage, it's going to get colder, which has always been kind of weird to me.
But the clouds insulate, don't they?
Yeah, the clouds insulate. So if you've got like a 32-degree night and no clouds at all, it's completely open, it's going to be colder, because I don't know why that is, but
I think it insulates, holds the heat.
Yeah. So we're going to take y'all on a tour of the greenhouse just so y'all can see that we still have some plants left in here.
And I'm going to eat some tomatoes.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat some tomatoes.
I feel really bad. She moved this year back to Texas and didn't, in the moving process, didn't have a garden. And I'm not a very good sister. I didn't keep her supplied with homegrown tomatoes.
She came in August and drove. Could have brought me a carton of them, but didn't bring me any tomatoes.
I had them on the bar. I just pulled them up.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
She's gonna eat some.
I'm gonna eat some now.
Okay. This is my sunrise bumblebee that I planted when I first seed started this year in February, and this plant got kind of neglected and left by the side. And one day I was like, I'll see if I can get that in the hoop house, and look how big it is. The thing about a sunrise bumblebee is when I plant it out in the open garden, it's very blight. It gets the blight real easy. So
it's one of the first. It's one of the first to disease, and it's an heirloom. So with heirlooms, they are not always as disease resistant as the better boys and the early girls because they've been bred to be disease resistant. But this one's not been.
Yeah, I love them. They're fun, but they are not resistant to the blight. But this one's done really well in the hoop house because I've controlled the water to it. It hasn't been rained on, and there's a shade cloth that's blocking the heat of the sun. Otherwise, it would have been burned up, or it would have succumbed to the blight. So there's some little tomatoes hiding in there.
So this sunrise bumblebee doesn't get red like the traditional tomatoes do. It gets like an orange and with striations of red.
They'll see it.
It's beautiful. As far as the way it looks, it's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. And these are seeds that I've saved for years.
Yep.
They're easy to.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Any more?
Here's one.
Oh, here's one.
You can have that one.
Oh, I see one too. I see another one.
There's one down there.
That one's not right. This one is. All right.
If y'all have not, that sun's crazy. Sorry. That sun's just kind of crazy. It's going down over there. So if y'all, is that, oh, that one's got a wormhole. You can't eat that. That one's a wormhole.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a wormhole. That's where it, yeah, you can eat it.
That's where I picked it from.
No, that's a wormhole. Here, you can have that one.
I'll have half and you have half.
No, you can have it.
Okay.
There's one down here.
She's a good sister. You're a good sister.
You want one? Cheers.
This is the, I already ate the other one.
Oh, you can't eat.
This is the worm one. I'll throw it to the chickens.
Chickens will like it. That's a good thing about having the chickens close to the hoop house. Oh, if you find a tomato that's got a wormhole in it, you just toss it over there. They love it.
It's their favorite.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that pepper?
It's very cool. It's like a shrub. Is it just one plant?
There are 3 plants in there. That is a Tabasco hot pepper.
Is this just one plant though?
Yeah, the tall one is, yeah. And there's a jalapeno hiding at the bottom, and then there's a sweet pepper hiding in the bottom.
Did they get hotter the more red they get?
I don't know, they're hot.
How hot? Could you eat one of these?
I don't know. I don't think I'd advise it.
So when did you plant this plant?
I don't know, all the months run together. I planted it in the spring when we planted the hoop house. It's been there for, I don't know.
So how long has it been loaded with these, this much fruit?
Oh, a month or so.
It's very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's loaded. Hundreds.
And when all those start to ripen, that's going to be a lot of peppers.
Yeah, it is. We're going to have to get the ends on your tunnel.
I know. We got to get it done before Thursday. It's going to be cold Thursday night. So there's a little jalapeno hiding down in there. There's some jalapenos.
Do you want me to pick those?
You can get the red ones. Look,
Jalapenos turn red?
yeah, look back there. You see those red jalapenos?
Do all jalapenos turn red?
I think so, but I don't know for sure.
So, well, that's cool. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm. Look how big the chunk is. That's a really big pepper.
It's a shrub.
Well, if I get the ends on the greenhouse,
It might overwinter.
no, it'll die. This is a sweet pepper right here.
You gonna pick it?
Yeah. Yep. You better get to work. You got lots of peppers to gather.
Oh, my watch is stuck.
getting stuck in the tree.
Getting stuck in the pepper tree. Do you want me to just get the ones that are red? You don't want me to get the orange ones yet?
It doesn't matter. I'm going to dehydrate them all and put them in a jar. And then I'll just pop them in a pot of soup or a pot of beans and substitute.
Add a little bit of flavor.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they pretty?
They're beautiful.
I wish I could dig it up and move it in the house and have it
As an ornamental shrub?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Where did you get the seeds?
I bought these plants at Mississippi State horticulture sale.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's probably a variety that you couldn't get at Lowe's or the co-op.
I don't know. I think it's at Tabasco.
Can you get that at Lowe's or the co-op?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they're pretty available. I don't know what kind of pepper it is. Pretty sure it's a Tabasco. So I still have some oregano, and that'll be there. I mean,
yeah, that comes back every year,
yeah,
and
I mean,
it spreads. It spreads. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, that's why it's in the woven fabric. That's just 2 plants.
Oh, it's a lot.
2 plants. So, and the sunrise bumblebee, and then I've got a catnip there, which doesn't look great. But
So what's catnip for?
It's supposed to be good for anti-anxiety. It's calming and soothing. The cats love it, so Lou comes out and just kind of rubs on it and chews on it. But it's a good medicinal herb to kind of take the edge off your nerves. This is lemon balm. Lemon balm and catnip are supposed to be anti-anxiety, soothing. So I need to come and harvest this before the frost and the freeze gets up. I've been harvesting it. Is that a worm? Oh, a worm. Look at that worm.
Oh, let's go feed it to the chickens.
Let's do it. You thought you were going to hide from me? Come here.
Come on. Those chickens are going to love you.
You know what? I don't like that lemon balm. I'm sorry, it's stuck in my throat.
You okay?
I'm okay. It's just
Do
stuck
I
in my
need to
throat.
do the Heimlich?
Who wants a worm? I think you can get a worm because you protect the ladies. Here. There you go. You can have the worm.
Oh, look at her. Did she take that from him?
She did. She stole it. So we've just started picking the peppers, and there's still a lot left. Got a few tomatoes left to harvest. And this week we're going to hit a milestone, which, did you know that we're going to be actually close to reaching 1,000 subscribers this week? Which, when Patrick and I started this channel a few years ago, we just kind of did it for the heck of it, just for fun. I like teaching about homesteading and some of the things that Mom and Dad taught us when we were growing up. I'm very camera shy. I'm not really good in front of the camera. But I do like teaching, and it's fun. It is fun. Patrick's a natural. I really enjoy watching him. But for those of you that have joined us on this journey for the last few years, we really appreciate you. And we hope that we have taught you some new things and sparked your interest in homesteading and gardening and just living a more simple life. And I just can't say thank you enough for all of you that taking precious time out of your day to join us on these videos. So if there are any videos that you want to see us do, if there's any content that y'all prefer, just let us know and we'll try to work that into the schedule. We have cut back some on the videos that we're dropping because, like anything, if you let your hobbies and your joy turn into the grind for work, sometimes it steals the joy. Yeah. So we've got a lot of projects to do and a lot of things to get done, you know, in the next 6 months. We've been there with our jewelry business, and you know, in the past we started a jewelry company and made jewelry, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it until it became a job.
Yes, until we had to fill orders on the days that we didn't feel like doing the orders.
Exactly. So when it's not bringing me joy, then it's time to reevaluate. Do I want to continue to do it? Do I want to scale back? And I think that's just a good lesson with anything in life, you know. But we just really, really appreciate y'all. So this week, maybe even today, I don't know, we're up to 999 subscribers. So the next one's going to be 1,000. So who would have thought? Who would have thought that we'd be almost to 1,000? Which, that's not a lot of subscribers, but that's okay. We've got day jobs too, though. So.
Not quite paying the bills, but it's still impressive.
We did get like $2 from an Amazon affiliate, so that was a lot. It's like, we made $2 from Amazon. Yay! Let's go buy. I don't know what you can buy for $2. You can't buy anything for $2.
I don't think you can even get Coke for $2.
I don't think you can either. So, but we really appreciate y'all. And if you have not already subscribed, you could be the 1,000th subscriber. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you'll be notified when we drop new videos. And we really appreciate y'all. So as always, y'all go grow you something to eat and teach your kids. You don't know the line?
Teach your kids how to grow something?
No. Teach your kids, teach your grandkids.
Oh, teach your kids, teach your grandkids.
That's my motto. Yeah. Because years ago, sorry, little philosophical, sorry, feeling a little philosophical. Not even,
You can't even say the word.
can't even say the word. Years ago, I was finishing helping Daddy put up tomatoes, and he was in his 80s. It was dark. We were tired. I was leaving his house and headed to my house, and as he was locking the door behind me when I was leaving, I said, Daddy, thank you for teaching me how to do these things. Thank you for teaching me how to garden and work hard, and I appreciate you teaching me all that. And my daddy looked at me and he said, you're welcome, and I teach your kids. So that really stepped on my toes. Now, I've got some good kids and they know how to work hard, but I had not taught them how to garden and do the things that Daddy made us learn how to do. So my kids are not really interested in gardening. I'm not sure if they'll ever be interested in gardening, and that's okay. That's okay. But some of the things my daddy taught me, it'll live on through my kids, and it'll live on through Brenda's kids. And I hope it'll live on through your kids if you learn some things from us and learn how to, garden and homestead and carry on the tradition. So, all right, I'm getting a little soppy, so we gonna finish picking these peppers and finish picking these tomatoes. What's the motto?
Teach your kids.
Teach your grandkids.
Teach your grandkids.
We'll see you next time. Brenda, come look at this sunset.